All right, what's up, everybody? This man right here, he's the drummer for Wu Bai China Blue. He's a living legend in Taiwan, and he's also a really good friend of mine. We've got Dino Zavolta live right after this. All right, here we go. Now we're live.
What's going on, man? How you
my
doing?
man,
Long time,
my man. It's been too long, man. It's been too long. How's life?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah? Okay.
I'm honored that it's episode 84.
Episode
tonight.
number 84. That's, you know, when we started, you were one of the people that I was thinking, like, I got to get this guy on because this guy's got a story. You're a freaking legend here, man. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. I mean, I
was a legend. Now I'm just a guy that lives out the beach, and I'm married, and I'm just a humble little dude now.
Dude, you, man. I mean, you're here. We're waiting to get set up. Somebody comes in, and they know you, man. You're the man, dude.
It was quite a coincidence that a kid that I knew 20 years ago brought in his family tonight
for dinner.
And for dinner.
Yeah.
And it was really good to see him too. So it's great coming to Taipei and Tianmu.
Yeah.
And seeing the scenery and hooking up with my bro again.
Brother.
So how you been?
I'm good, man. I'm so honored that you're here, and we were mentioning earlier that you watch the show, right? Sometimes,
yeah, I do. I saw
it.
that last show with the German guy.
Sasha, the tech blogger.
Yeah, the tech blogger, dude.
Okay,
love him.
He went
the Indian girl before that, I believe.
Okay, yeah. You're right. Thanks, brother. Hey, you know what? That means a lot. So,
hey, salute.
You know,
I'm glad you're doing good.
Thanks, bro.
Very good.
Things are good. Salute everybody. Yeah. Yeah, life. You know how it is, man. Life's been pretty good. But you know the humble beginnings, right? The humble beginnings and the stand.
Yeah, well, the humble beginnings and the humble ends, because in between, you know, there's some tough times.
Oh,
you know?
Man, yeah,
you got to make it work.
You got to make it work, brother. This is it's a tough business. This is a tough business, man. I mean, all I can say is it's
actually,
tough.
To tell you the truth, and as I was walking here,
because
I took the MRT, I was walking here. I did notice a couple places. Names and some places have changed. They've gutted out some of the buildings.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure,
man. And you still got it going on. It's really good that you're still, keeping your head down.
It's
and like pounding it out, man.
It's the long road. You know, people always ask, what's the secret? What's the secret? And I mean, it's been so long that, I'm gonna die before I give up, man. I put half my life into this. I'm 42 years old. We've been doing it for about 15 years or so. It's almost half. It's almost half the life.
Well, let's talk about that, bro. Because I met you and your wife in Danshui Laojie.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you were folding burritos.
That's right.
And you had the horchata there.
Yeah, that's right.
It was like, what is going? This was great.
What is this?
I brought my son over, and it was like, wow, burritos. What a thing.
Yeah, burritos.
What a thing, because
Danshui Old Street.
Yeah. There was no Mexican food at the time.
Yeah.
There was, but you had to make it at home. You'd have to go to
Costco, get the tortillas.
And all that stuff. So good on you, bro.
Well, it's it's a somewhat of a success story, but like you said, there's the beginning. You're that humble beginning. And then there's, where we're at now. I mean, it's pretty good. Restaurant's looking good. Everything's good. But the middle is a bitch.
But let me ask you something. With this new stuff that's going on with Uber Eats, wouldn't it be possible to maybe do a small little dance place shop over there?
Yeah, actually, you know what?
Because there is no Mexican food.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to put more pressure on you, because I know now that you've got this place locked down.
This place is rocking.
You got rid of Eddy 1.
Eddy 1 is gone. Yeah.
So this is all
now
locked in now.
Only this one.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you can maybe, if it's possible, go back to Danceway again, because, it's like you eat these places and it's like, I want something new. I want something new. You got the beer coming in from Jay and Brian from Red Point. And,
exactly. Tilted Shack. Yeah, we're actually drinking the cream ale from Tilted Shack right now.
Cream all day, dude.
These guys went to they had just opened a beach place, right?
Yeah,
Congrats
they did.
To them. Right?
Mojo's, yeah. I was there this weekend.
Yeah?
Getting my mojo on.
Get your mojo on. Got to get that mojo back, right? Shoot. So life's good out at the beach, man?
Yeah, it's good, for about 5 months with the wind And I call it. I've got a thing for it now. I call it Drizzle Canyon. All my friends just say, Dino, how's Drizzle Canyon? Can we come out and visit? It's like, dude, don't do it. Because here the weather is like night and day. As soon as I pass St. John's University and head into Danceway, it's like a whole different world.
Yeah.
But from Keelung all around the coast, Jingsan, Wanli, Jingsan, and Shimen and Qianshui, it's just wet horror that just kind of, and it's like, dude, when's it going to end? So now it's kind of lifted. I am a little worried about we didn't have the heavy plum rains like we've been having in the the past. That is kind of bothering me because Taiwan really needs some rain, water now.
That was another topic I was going to bring up. Because I mean, with all the drought and stuff, I mean, out there when it's always raining, you would think no problems, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no reservoirs and. I don't know how they got that set up.
I don't know either.
What is good is during the summer we do get a rebate on our electricity bill because we're close to the nuclear plant.
Oh shoot! I didn't even know there was a nuclear plant out there.
Yeah,
jeez.
Out in it's past out in Wanli between Jingsan and Wanli over there. There's a nuclear plant. Yeah.
All right. Hold up, we got a little.
What are we doing? What do we got here?
We got a William Lang. He's like, those wings look premio. All right, brother. Thanks for coming out. Man.
Anybody else? Not yet. Anybody else popping out?
Give
How
it
about
a
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is not. He's not available quite yet for the show, but we're working on it. We're trying to get Joe in. Actually, it's funny you bring him up because I love Joe Rogan. You know, I think a lot of people do. And his podcast is sort of the inspiration for this. There's a couple podcasts that I love.
Good.
Joe Rogan, he goes like 1, 2, 3 hours long, and I love it, man. Joe Rogan, big MMA guy, and I love it.
Unfortunately, here at your restaurant, we can't hand out the cigars and other special things that are involved.
The things, the DMT, the Rogan DMT. But I actually, at our new apartment, we have... I have a little area where I'm setting up for streaming. It's a little bit more Rogan-esque with a bigger table, and we've got like the 4 boom arms and stuff.
Yeah,
so we got a good crew in there. It's pretty much done. I just have to do the final tests. Yeah.
You get the brick wall in the back. Brick walls always.
We could do that. Brick walls are good. We could do a brick wall. That's no problem at all, bro. Not a problem at all, man. Yeah. Thanks for you guys for checking out the show. So, you want to dive in, or should we start chatting? What do you think?
Let's just chat. We'll get to the wings later, bro. Let's chat a little bit.
I want to talk to you about. Obviously, the first question, we've both been here for a long time. I don't know the original reason that you came out to Taiwan, so maybe we could talk a little bit about, it's been, 20 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a long time,
what happened to me when I was a kid back in the States, opening up my Christmas presents or toys or anything, bicycles, there was always that made in Taiwan thing. It wasn't made in China at the time. It was made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
The first kit that I was able to go out and buy on my own was a red fire engine red pearl kit.
Ooh,
and it said made in Taiwan. I said, man, if I ever get a chance to go to this place.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
I gotta go. So move on to that is I met a band had called me. The guitarist had called me and he asked me, said, hey, I want you to audition. We're planning to do a 6-month tour in Taiwan, and I'm like, sign me up, dude.
Let's go. Hey, that's really
you know what? You guys, we can have the rehearsal and the audition at my house.
Okay.
So had to get the passport in order. Had to get all the papers in order.
And you were already drumming. You were already doing. I
was already
your
drumming.
thing,
I was doing, in several bands doing the top 40 gigs.
Beautiful.
In California, and I mean, there was. Drummers are dime a dozen back then, and they still are. All over the place.
It's a tough gig, man.
It was a tough gig. You back then you had to load your own gear.
Okay.
And it was you pay to play.
Okay.
Based on who showed up, you would split.
Make some money. Yeah.
You would split the ticket with the owners of the place.
Venue.
Yeah, with the venue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the story goes, you wanted to come, you auditioned.
So I signed the contract and I came to Taiwan.
Beautiful, I love
it. It was a guy that was putting together the Ice Capades. He also brought out the Harlem Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters.
Yeah. Was
all right.
Li Su Chen was he started a little you started a business, bringing in Disney on Ice, stuff like that.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah.
And then we kind of signed on to that, and we were doing the Plowman circuit.
Okay.
Now, the Plowman circuit at the time was 6, I believe. It was 6 different. There was the Plowman Cottage, the Plowman Inn, the Farmhouse. There was one up in Beto.
Okay. I love it.
And then later on, I think the Pig and Whistle was also.
Yeah, the Pig is just down
here.
the street.
Yeah.
That place was legendary, man.
Very legendary.
Yeah. Okay.
So we would show up and do these gigs, and you make a little money and get involved in the local scene here. We made a lot of friends.
Beautiful.
Very good local musicians. Still to this day, they're really good. A lot of Taiwan musicians here.
Yeah. Good.
So, and then you get involved later on. You want to meet a chick and settle down, and kind of hit some obstacles there. Meet the right one.
Of course. That's everyone's story, right? Yeah.
We all got that story. So.
Yeah, and I mean that was a long time ago where there were definitely obstacles, but there were lots of opportunities. Let's just say.
There was.
He knows about that. This guy knows. I'm talking about it to the rock star here, man. Shoot.
So
yeah, I came as a normal guy. This guy's a rock star. I mean, levels to the game.
I didn't come here as a rock star. In fact, to tell you the truth, I never pictured myself as a rock star. You know, I just got, dude. Can I tell you? I am probably the luckiest guy on the planet. To find 3 other musicians that we gelled, and we went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Bai is a genius. Let's just get that straight.
Wu Bai's a genius.
The way he writes music and his poetry is beyond.
Everybody loves that guy, man.
It's really beyond. Even to this day, my wife will listen to his stuff. It's like she just kind of like, man, he is deep. He is really deep.
Okay.
And I'm even I'm in the band. I'm still learning the Taiwanese, and I listen to our old stuff in the car in my car, and it's like, that shit's pretty good, man.
Yeah,
it's
for sure,
bad.
man.
It's not bad. A part of the old, the karaoke stuff is like, that's kind of cheesy for me. The hua duo, the dancing in the background. And
Yeah, everybody's favorite.
It's a little cheesy, but it works because we found our groove.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a lot of people don't find that groove, right? And you guys found it early.
Well, like I said, we got lucky.
Okay. I'm just switching back and forth.
That's
good,
all right,
brother.
dude. A little button pushing.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Should we go in for the first?
Let's go.
Win,
So the first one's just the basic Buffalo, man. So
basic Buffalo,
Basic Buffalo. You can go. You can go top or bottom, man. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Okay,
you can go wing or drum. Yeah. There you go.
I'll do the drum, dude.
All right, get in on that action.
Okay.
Drum action, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. So it's not going to get too spicy for now. It's just
we should have just went from the spicy and then
I had this
leaving the room spicy. Dude, I got to go, man. I can't handle this anymore.
I actually had while you eat that, I had this a YouTuber couple, fitness couple on. I would say maybe last month, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know. Time is gone in my brain, but we're on round 2 and we're just chatting, and. The wife, she went over, she's like, I'm not waiting for these guys. I'm going to grab a wing. And she grabs the hottest one.
Wow.
She just grabs it. And you can see the point where she bites it because she's really hungry. And then it's just like, ting. It's like, oh my God. She starts with like the Carolina Reaper wing. And she was just like, whoa, it was pretty crazy.
Eyes were watering.
Eyes were watering. It's crazy.
Buckets of ice and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But we're starting nice and easy right here, my man. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud. And we are starting a little bit earlier than usual today, guys, because we're just chatting and we're having such a good conversation. We just gotta go. You gotta go.
Well, that's a nice wing, bro. Very subtle. Little heat at the back.
Thanks, bro.
Juicy. Juicy. Nice.
So
now, does this part with the tacos and the burritos and stuff, or what would this? This would be an appetizer, right?
Yeah, an appetizer for sure. Yeah.
So people sitting around. Okay, we're sitting around. We're having a couple
beers and some wings.
Let's do the wingage, right?
You know what's funny is we added the wings, and they're becoming one of our best sellers, and it's crazy because I mean, we're a Mexican restaurant, but once we started to add, like some little sliders and some little, like nothing crazy, but we still got all the Mexican stuff. But we added, some wings and some local craft beer and some different this and that. Then all of a sudden the sales just kind of went boom.
I saw that on your podcast last time with the German blogger dude. Doing the cauliflower kind of took off, and it was like who would have known?
Yeah, like
cauliflower. If you don't put it out there, right?
It's crazy, right? We did cauliflower because we have lots of vegetarians and vegans coming in to eat, and on Wednesdays we do half price wings, so people would come in for pitchers of beer and wings on a Wednesday, but sort of the vegetarian vegan crowd would kind of be like, well, now, what about us?
Okay, Ed, now I'm going to take over the interview.
Let's do it.
How did you come about coming here, bro? Did you
okay.
have a vision? Was there a vision there, or just come here on a wing and a prayer? Tell me about it.
So basically, for me, since I was a kid, when you're learning about the continents, right?
Yeah,
so maybe similar. I thought Asia's the big one, that big ass continent, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at it, and you always think, I want to go there. I want to go to the big one.
Yeah.
And I always had that in the back of my mind. And when I was in, I think maybe grade 2-ish, I had my little lunch box, going into the cafeteria, and I had like beans and rice and tortillas and stuff. Mexican food, right? Yeah. And there was this kid sitting across from me, this like Chinese kid, Asian kid. And he had like fried rice and, chow mein, whatever they say back home, chow mein.
Sure, yeah.
I always like chow mein, what do we say? So you get that. And like he's just like looking at mine like, damn, that looks good. And I'm like looking at that Chinese food. I'm like, damn, that looks good. So what we did was we traded it.
Yeah.
And then from then on, we became like super good friends, man.
Cool.
And so this guy, he's born in Canada, but his parents are from Taiwan. And we've been in touch since I was a kid. And when he comes here to visit, I actually show him around. It's amazing.
Sweet.
And I just thought I was finishing, I was going to be a cop, man. In Canada, I was going to be RCMP. I was going to be a police officer. I wanted to do that because I always had the idea to help people, right?
Good.
I like helping people, right? So I was
Public
like, okay,
service,
let's do that. Yeah, I'm like, let's do it. I'll be a cop, right? And then, I have a lot of cousins that, let's just say, maybe are on the other side of the law, and everybody's kind of like, what the hell is this guy doing,
Dude,
what are we doing here? And I'm like, I want to help people. So basically, I did the school part. I did the written, the physical. I was probably like 21 years old, so it crushed the physical, right? Got all the way to the end. Failed two things. Failed the eye exam because I had glasses at the time. So I'm like, what are my options? I said, they said, okay, give up or get laser eye surgery. And I said, okay, shit. So I went and got laser eye surgery. It was like $3,000 at the time, US, I think. It was expensive. It's crazy,
Canadian?
Right? Canadian, yeah. But still a lot.
Dude.
And I thought, okay, so let's do that. Hey, guys. So I went.
That's a lot of wings, bro. You got to sell a lot of wings for that.
That's a lot of tacos.
Or burritos or chow mein or whatever.
That's a lot. So at that time, I didn't have no income, man, because I was just like living at home, right?
Yeah.
So I did that. Passed that, and then I went to a couple of interviews, passed the interviews, got all the way to the last interview, and then that's basically like a 3-hour grill fest. They need to test your, what you've been through. Uh-huh. And I come from a town of 8,000 people. There's like a murder every a decade. There's one maybe. So they are asking me all this stuff about like some hairy questions, and I thought, well, I mean, I've never had that. Yeah. So, I mean, I've never seen anyone murdered or anything like that. What do you want from me, right? And they're like, okay, cool. So you're going to have to reapply. So you didn't make it, but you're going to have to reapply, and you have to take 2 years. So you cannot reapply for 2 years. So I said, okay, what am I supposed to do for 2 years and like get some life experience? So I thought, geez, I was really bummed out, but I was doing that and I was coaching soccer at the same time, and my soccer thing was winding down.
Because it's seasonal.
Yeah, because it's seasonal. Everything was winding down.
And you live, what, up in Kitimat?
Yeah, I live in Kitimat, man.
Kitimat. And soccer is definitely seasonal there.
Definitely seasonal.
What, like a couple weeks? Because it snows constantly there.
Not that bad.
You get the northern lights up there, bro, and stuff?
You know what they do now?
They
didn't
now.
When I grew up.
They didn't when you grew up.
They didn't when I grew up,
man. Sons of...
Yeah, it's the global warming. It's taken over, man. But now,
yeah, let's blame it on global. Let's not go there with the global warming. Let's blame it on that, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. So basically, I did that. They're like, okay, you got to, reapply in 2 years, and I'm like, okay, cool. I knew a guy from my hometown that went to Taiwan for a couple of years, taught English, And I was like, okay. I hit him up, and he's like, yeah, it's great. Let's check it out.
So what, you just bought a ticket, decided to come here
bought a
like
ticket.
one way, or like?
You couldn't buy one way because I didn't have like the whole work visa, all that shit, right?
Oh, I got you.
There's my daughter. Yeah. What's going on? There's my daughter. Leah, come and say hi. Yeah,
she's not
I don't know
interested.
what
It's
happened.
okay. We'll get her
She'll be
later.
back in a sec. So basically, I bought the ticket. It has to be a two-way ticket because they won't let you in at that time with a one-way ticket. So I came in. I messed around with a few schools. One school sponsored my ARC, so I bought a ticket. I came out. They picked me up from the airport. They took care of me. I worked with them for 2 years. That's when I met Robert. That was a great time. I met Robert. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And I loved it, man. I was here. You know, it was like my first, I don't want to say it was my first job, but it was like my first time. I'm completely disconnected from the family. Yeah, no one can help you here.
I know.
I'm here. I'm teaching.
You're on your own.
You're on
bro.
your own.
Yeah.
You're like in the deep end, right? So I came. I borrowed a little bit of money from the family to come back. I came here, and then I started to teach English, and I started to coach soccer. Things were pretty good, and then I thought, you know what? This is pretty cool, and people stay for 1 year, 2 years. And I thought,
check it out, keep it going.
I'm like, I think I'm going to stay. I think I'm going to stay, right? And then all of a sudden, I like it. And then when I go back home, I went back home for 2 months in second or third year. And when I went home, it was like, it's my hometown. It's a great place, but you know, for the first month, you're like, yay, mom and dad, everybody's here, family's back together. And then the second month comes along, and there's nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm at home watching TV with my dog. And I'm just like, I had like
there was
pretty good money.
I
had pretty good money going over there. I didn't have to borrow $20 from my mom to go buy a case of beer. You know, I'm like, oh, what am I doing here? You know, and there's good jobs. There's like the mill and stuff like that, the aluminum factory. It's great. You can get really good money. And I thought, I got to do something. I got to go out and I got to go do something. So I came here. I came back here and I thought, I like it. I think I'm going to stay, and people don't stay, but I stay.
Not to cut you off. Let me ask you something. Were the visa run? Did you do the visa runs like to Hong Kong or Japan, or take the Princess Cruise out at sea?
I did the Princess Cruise, Star Cruises.
Was these were the bombs, man?
Those were great. Those were the good old days, man.
In a whole different,
I loved it.
Whole different perspective, man.
I did those. You did the cruise
too. What it does is what it does now. It makes you want to like. Get involved here and start making a little bit more money so you can go travel.
Yeah,
you can
for sure.
travel to Japan and enjoy Japan.
Yeah.
You can go to Hong Kong.
Yeah. It's the hub, man.
You could go to Macau and do a little bit of gambling.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What else? Get on the Princess Cruise. You do gambling there.
That was crazy. I didn't even know. So I did a visa run, right?
Yeah.
The cheapest way was the Princess Cruise or the Star Cruise or whatever it was.
Take
you to international waters, and then they just come back, right? So basically, you go, you get your passport, they take it all, whatever. You're there. All you can eat Indian food buffet, and I'm like, this is great. And I'm having a good time, and all of a sudden, it's like there's an announcement. It's like the place is packed. Yeah. People are sunbathing, whatever. Place is packed, and all of a sudden you get into international waters, and it's like, attention, we're reaching international waters. Everybody's gone, and I'm walking around this empty boat.
What does that mean? They're all gambling.
And I'm like, where is everybody? Right?
Gambling.
So I'm walking around, and I'm like, there was this section of the boat that was blocked off.
I know. I remember that.
And I was like, the heck, maybe they're renovating. So. I don't know. I'm like 22 years old. The hell do I know, right? So I didn't know about gambling, right? So, I come around and I'm looking around. So I'm like, I couldn't find anything. And all of a sudden I find that section of the boat. I'm like, oh, the doors are open. Oh, shoot. So I go in. It's packed. Everybody's gambling.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was like
smoke filled, and they're smoking all over the boat. Man.
It was crazy.
Now I'm gonna fast forward till now.
Yeah.
Just recently, this last weekend, I had something cancel on me because I was supposed to be a judge for Mother's Day on a karaoke on the Princess Cruise just now.
Oh, what?
Just recently, this weekend, because of the cases are rising.
Oh, because the cases went up.
Our bass player, Xiao had just set up a gig for me and him.
Okay, beautiful.
10,000 NT to sit and judge. I'm going to say it, hot Taiwanese women, mothers, doing karaoke.
Hey.
And What? Is there something wrong with that?
No, that's a great
No,
deal,
dude,
man.
Can I tell you?
Hey.
And it was like, the rooms were paid for.
Okay.
You know, everything was carte blanche. Everything was unlimited. It was like,
oh my gosh,
serious? And then just last week, he sent me a message. He said, "Sorry, bro, that got canceled because of the rise in the cases here." You know.
Well, let me cut you off and say, anytime you need a roadie for that kind of a situation, you just call me, because I'm a good judge. I'm a good judge. Okay. Yeah, I'm a good judge.
Cool.
I will be the assistant judge.
Okay, so
I'll work for free.
So let's go back to you were doing the teaching thing. We both were doing the visa thing.
That's right. Visa runs.
At the time, we had to leave every 2 months or 3 months?
60 months. 60 days. 60 days.
So it was every 2 months you had to gaizang, you had to get a stamp and leave the country. Yeah. Now, if you weren't making money to pay for your lodging or your apartment, wherever you were staying, and to be able to pay to buy a ticket, which at the time, folks, tickets were cheap. Yeah, it was cheap. You could go to Hong Kong
for like $8,000 or something, or something cheap, right?
Yeah, it was
super cheap.
You could go to Hong Kong.
You could come back on the same day and just be like morning and be back, right?
In fact, during April, I would do Hong Kong, and I would go to see the rugby sevens. Man, I love that.
Beautiful. Okay.
Hang out. I got to meet the New Zealand All Blacks, and
really,
met a couple of the All Blacks.
Okay,
dude. Yeah, it was pretty.
That's
cool.
pretty nice, man.
It was a pretty cool setup.
Okay.
You know, and Long Kwai Fong was the hangout. You know, and that's where all the foreigners went, and you get bladdered, they say.
Yeah, sure. I remember when they used to have those all-you-can-drink places. You go down to the bar, the basement, B1. It's like all-you-can-drink places and stuff.
Just get bladdered.
Just get blasted for that. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Those were. I mean, things are good now, but those were some good times, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
So basically, I came out here. I was teaching. I went back, and then I came back, and I thought this is the place to be. What it's like. It's almost like living on vacation. Do you know what I mean? Like right now, you live at the beach. Like you live at the beach. You know, you do your rock and roll gigs. I mean, that's the life. No?
Uncle Five calls it the Taiwan Malibu, but it's not. But it is.
Hey, man, that's the place to be. The first time I went out to Danshui on the MRT, I was like 22, 23 years old when I just got here. I got out and I saw the river, and I saw like the ocean, all that stuff. And I thought, this must be like Beverly Hills, or this must be like the beach, Venice Beach. Yeah. I mean, it must be expensive to live here, right? And everyone's like, oh, no. All the Taiwanese are like, why would you want to live here? It's too far. I'm like, this is the beach. You can walk to Saloon Beach. And they're just like, why? It's crazy.
Bro, even to this day, is in the summer, everybody from Taoyuan, from Taipei, from Linkou, they all pack up they pack up everything, and they come out to the beach.
Yep.
They come out to the beach, and I mean, you can't find after 9 o'clock, you can't find a parking spot. Everybody's out at the beach, and because one, the sunsets are breathtaking, bro.
That makes sense.
Serious.
That makes sense. Okay.
I've seen some sunsets, man, that'll just knock you off your feet. It's amazing, the sunsets there.
Yeah.
And
okay. Man, I mean, I used to live in Danshui. It was a great place, man. It was one of the best places for me to live in, man. I loved it.
Really.
It was good.
And the water's clean.
You want to say bye to you want to come and say hi, man? Yeah.
See you, Stevie.
You want to come over and say hi?
You guys have a good dinner?
Yeah, very good too.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for
so
stopping
much.
in.
Thank you guys for coming.
Get on his, get online.
Do a show, man.
And get on the show, and you can have a look at it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If I say anything, you can correct it.
.live, and it'll pop up. Yeah, we're live right now. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Take it easy, man.
Good seeing you again, Steve.
Bye-bye. Thanks,
nice
guys.
meeting you.
Have a good one, man. Yeah, man. So basically, I mean, it's Taiwan, dude. I went out to the beach, and I love it out there, and.
Now, Danshui Laojie, when you were flipping the burritos and stuff, that was kind of like your little inlet there. It's like let's get our feet wet and kind of.
It was.
Let's see where it goes from there, right?
So basically, I don't come from money, right? I know a lot of places. You know, when they want to open something, they ask mom and dad for money, and then all of a sudden they bought the building, and then in 2 months the place is closed, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that, right? Like my wife doesn't come from money. I don't come from money, and so basically it's like. You know, she wanted to do something like a coffee shop, something like that. And I told her, you know, I don't I mean, I don't want to say I don't like coffee. I do like coffee, but I don't know that much about it.
It's okay. Everybody was doing it
Yeah.
based on like every corner, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just that. It's like if I want to do something, I want to be good at it. You know what I mean? Like I can go for coffee like everywhere, and I mean, unless it's like the best, they almost all taste the same. Especially if you have like a latte and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about coffee, right? Yeah. I like coffee, but I mean,
I go to 7-Eleven and get my coffee.
There you go, right? There you go, right?
It's my fix. It's a
there
quick fix.
It's a quick fix, right?
You know?
So basically, it's we thought about that, and she wanted to do that. I said, look, you tried my mom's food. Let's try it, but we don't have a lot of money to spend.
You brought Joe back a couple times, and you cooked for her, so
exactly.
she was kind of gung-ho on the whole thing.
So
right?
I said, let's try it out. And we were hand-rolling tortillas. No. We went down to Lao Jie. There was this like Thai milk tea place that we also used to go to all the time. Yeah. And we talked to the lady. We're like, how do you get a spot here? She said, I'm done at the end of the month. If you want this spot, talk to this guy. So the guy was right there selling, Da Chang Bao Shao Chang, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. So I bought one. I'm like, hey, how do I get this spot? And he's like, pay me the deposit, 33 grand a month, one ping. Wow. And I said, okay, so let me think about it. 33 grand. That's it. 33
one
grand.
Ping.
One ping. That's $1,100 US dollars, right?
I know.
So basically, I'm like, So I'm like, okay, we went back, and I'm like, I'm not ready. She's not ready. But that place is gonna. Those Dan Shui Lao Jie places go.
Yeah, you start folding burritos.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? We went the next day, and we're like, here you go. We'll be here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So we went to Huanghe Beilu, like by Ximending. We bought a stand. We got them to customize a little beans and a rice holder.
Yeah, sure.
And we're like, let's go.
Cool.
And I called my mom. I'm like, how do we make that rice again? How do we make those beans again? How do we do this again? And she's just like, bang, bang, bang.
And, okay, you had to use all local stuff here.
All local stuff.
How hard was it to get beans? And were you cooking the beans yourself and frying them and all that stuff?
We do that. We do that still.
And the lard and all that stuff?
We don't do the lard because because vegetarians, and we didn't think we should. Like we're like, we didn't do the lard, but we do the garlic and the oil and stuff like that.
Sure.
And we still do that now. And I was talking to Mom, and we tried it. We're like, hey, okay, let's go for it. So we did it. And the crazy thing was, the first day we opened was like a Saturday. We're like, let's open Saturday. That's a great idea. Yeah. I mean, we're slammed. And we were just like, we made so many mistakes. You should open on a Monday if you're going to open something because get your feet wet a little bit. We were slammed, right? And like literally the first day we're open, this dude's coming down, and I'm looking down there. I'm like, that guy looks Mexican, right? And I'm like, oh no, don't come. I'm a Mexican dude on the first day, right? So he comes over, and he's like, hey, hablas español? I'm like, yeah. And then we start speaking Spanish to each other, and he's just like, oh, cool, yeah, I've been missing the food. And I'm like, man, it's the first day. Give me 1 day to get my feet wet. So we ate, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty good, and we started chatting. And yeah, I'm still in touch with him now, but it was crazy. Yeah. It's like you opening like an Italian place, and then all of a sudden like an Italian grandma comes in and she's like, hey, let me try your pastas. I want to try it. And you're like, fuck, here we go. The first day.
Hey, forget about it.
Give me a day. Give me a day. So we did that. Worked out pretty good, man. I mean, long story short, one restaurant up to 2, down to 1, up to 2 again, back down to 1. Yeah. But now it's the best it's been. And life's pretty good,
That's
man.
good.
It's not too bad.
And we all know because of the COVID that you've been able to take advantage of that, even out at the North Coast here.
For sure.
I see a lot of the coffee shops really packing them in because they come out, they want to see the sunset, and there's nowhere else to go. Where are they going to go? Let's come out to the beach. So
I actually read an article the other day that said that the capital, like Taiwan's economy is up like 8 or 10% this year because no one's leaving. Yeah. So all of that, like Bali money, all that, Europe money, all that Canada money, U.S. money, it's all being spent here. So it's going good. It's good, man.
Kind of a sustainable thing here, right?
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure.
Salud.
Hey, all right, we got a comment here.
So we got a comment. Just one comment.
No, we got comments. Take it easy. So we got, let me read these ones. So we got William. William's like, stop talking, start chomping. I'm going to come and snatch those wings. Come on down.
Dude,
join us for some wings, man. We might even hit your place after for a beer. Yeah.
Come
and then we got Serious Industries. It's like, honestly, man, there's so many 7-Elevens and Starbucks and Louisa's. Making a cafe is not doable. It's not tenable. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I think there's always room if you're doing it right. But I mean, for me, as like a non-coffee guy, to be like, I'm gung-ho coffee guy, I'll feel like a liar and a phony. So I can't do that. I don't want to live a lie, man. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I can't do it. In Taiwan, especially, the offerings aren't that different either. It can be very difficult to find your own unique selling proposition. That's another comment. You're right, dude. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Is it still doable to open a coffee shop? Now, 2021, Taiwan.
Well, you could do coffee here, bro. You know what it is? You got to find the right beans. You got to find the right beans. If you get the right beans, then you can go with it. Unfortunately, though, Taiwan, I'm not saying this because I really don't know. I haven't did any research, but Taiwan is more of a tea place.
Okay, sure.
Okay, the beautiful tea fields. I mean, so.
Okay, yeah.
The tea,
Taiwan, Taiwan's tea is amazing, obviously, right? But I mean, there are coffee places everywhere. I think, I don't know. I always,
my restaurant, we tried the cat caca.
The cat coffee,
the cat coffee
how did that go?
It was a hit and miss, bro, because maybe it was just the way we were presenting it, and we weren't doing podcasts. We didn't have Facebook at the time.
Yeah, Facebook is
a lot of this stuff
thing,
when people want to come in and do opinions, and it's like, then you got your food bloggers.
While we were just chatting, I just got a 2-star review. I have to check it out. It's like you still get. I mean, you can go, and it's like your life. And you're like grinding the corn, literally. You're making everything. You're talking to all the beer guys. You're making all the sauces. And you're still going to get a 1-star review sometimes. It's going to happen. It is what it is, right?
The 1 star is just going to make you try harder to go to 2 stars, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, mostly it's 5 and 4 stars, which is great. I appreciate it.
So
don't forget to leave us a good review. Yeah, let's get in on that, man.
What?
Let's go. Get in on that action, bro. That's Chipotle. So spice levels up a little bit.
Chipotle.
You know Chipotle? Chipotle
is I don't know her.
Okay. Chipotle is a smoked jalapeno.
Yeah. All day, dude.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, there's a little bit of heat going on.
A little bit. It's coming up.
Yeah. It's sticky. Is
honey.
A little honey in there?
Yep.
Nice. Now, is that Taiwan honey, or are you bringing that in from Costco? Or
Taiwan.
You don't mind me asking?
We try to do Taiwan everything, man.
Good.
You were talking about the beans earlier.
Well, they've got, why? Because there's a lot of bee places out at the coast, out at North Coast.
I didn't know. You got to take me sometime.
You should go. I'll give you the addresses.
Let's go sometime. We'll come out and see you in the summer.
Yeah. My wife's totally into the natural honey stuff, bro.
Just leave it today. How's it?
Chipotle's nice. You know what it's like? It's very reminiscent of like a barbecued.
Like a spicy barbecue?
Very nice barbecued chicken wing, and then a little bit of the heat's in the back, and it's like, there it is. There it is.
It's there. There we go. You have to have a little, right? A little bit of heat, man.
You want to have one, Joe?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. Very good.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you can call the next round out anytime, yeah? Maybe in 10 minutes, yeah? Salud. Hey.
Salud.
Taiwan #1, baby. We love
Taiwan #1. Look at
that. We're actually drinking cream ale from Tilted Shack. Yeah. We're doing that for his Sanchez.
I really have to tell you, bro, I am really happy that now, and the other thing is I drank Taiwan Pijo for years.
Yeah,
that was the only go-to beer when I first got here. It was either that or Budweiser. Mm-hmm. And being American, trust me, Budweiser was not the way to go. So and it's like you want to try, because you get here, it's like, I want to try something local.
Yeah, of course.
Let's step into. Yeah. So
yeah, sure.
I did Taiwan beer for years, and then all of a sudden, Now we got.
There's nice beers now. There's nice beers. I mean, Taiwan beer. You know what? 18 days still pretty solid.
18 days is good.
18 days still solid.
Let's talk about 18 days.
18 days solid.
I'm curious.
Okay.
Now, is the beer made in 18 days, or you have to drink it within 18 days?
You need to drink it within 18 days. So basically, we actually had it on tap a few times, and it'll come in the keg, and it'll have a date on it, like a must-use before.
They took the date off recently, bro.
Well, maybe it's not flipping in 18 days anymore. I don't know.
And here's the other thing is if it's sitting in the cooler. Okay, let's just say it was.
It's still good. Yeah.
Well,
like
sure,
by the time I got it,
most beer.
By the time I got it, it was 15 days because I mean, it's gonna take a day to get to you or something, right?
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd get it, and it's good, but there's always that. You have a slow couple weeks, and you're just like, oh shit,
so
it's getting in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have everything delivered cold, and we keep it cold. Everything's cold.
Oh.
We take really good care of our beer, but we're just like, it's getting to like day 16.
From other people
you're freaking out a little bit.
Once it passes 18 days, it kind of gets a little.
It gets a little bit.
A little foggy. It starts to change a little bit.
You can taste it if you're a big Taiwan 18-day guy, you can taste a little bit, but I mean, you can go a couple days past, but
it's not going to hurt you.
It's not going to hurt you for sure, but you can definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it for sure, man.
I was just curious about that.
No, bro, it's all good. Oh, we got another comment. Let's see where we at. From Jorge Sanchez, I think I will have to go and try your wings, Eddie, and try a burrito. Good podcast. Hey, brother, thank you so much. Come and join us anytime. Come tonight. Meet the man.
Thank you.
The man, the myth, the legend right here. I love this guy. This is, when I was deciding to make this podcast, one of the first person I thought of was this guy right here. Because
thanks, Ed.
The stories, man, the stories that you've got, and when we're chatting, it's unbelievable. I love it. I love it, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're the man. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
So, let's go back to you, right?
Yeah.
You started to gel. Right? Thank you.
Thank you.
You started to gel with your crew, right? With Da Mao and Xiao Zhu and Wu Bai. You started to gel.
Well, you know what it was? You know what it was is I was doing the farmhouse gig with after I came back after the 6-month contract. Okay. I was just kind of stepping in and like sitting in on a couple, just like doing the jam thing.
Yep.
And then I met Xiao Zhu and he said, this guy Wu Bai is sitting in for the diplomats. We should go check him out. So there was no WeChat, no Line, no phones going on, bro. It was like just landline. Hey, I'm going to farmhouse. You guys come in and slam,
Okay. Yeah.
So me and Xiao Zhu came in. And Wu Bai was playing. He was substituting for the guitarist at the time. So we get in and played a couple songs, and I mean the crowd went nuts, dude.
Yeah,
it was magic. It was magic.
Magic.
Magic
in the air. I love it.
We did some Santana. We did a little bit of Eric Clapton. We did some Stevie Ray. It didn't matter what songs we did. There was an energy on stage. It was like wow.
Okay.
Now after that, because Wu Bai had his own band, and he was already writing.
He was already
arranging.
Okay.
He had his own band, and he was signed with Crystal Records. He started to get more known about his music, and he wanted to. He kind of wanted to branch out a little bit, and he could see that his band wasn't really doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It wasn't gelling. I don't know.
Okay.
So that's when he came up. The director, I don't know if the director from Dust of Angels. It's a famous movie. You could probably download it or.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll go on Netflix because it's a little bit underground.
Okay.
But he was they told him to do the some of the work on that album.
I love it.
Or the CD, and also Lim Chang and Babu, which is Ling Weizhe, which is also a very very renowned songwriter. He's the one that got Soda Green.
Okay.
He produced them. He got them on their them on their road.
Okay.
So. So we went in the studio and did Dim Hun, which means lighting a cigarette, and then Dust of Angels, which is Dust of Angels. We know that. And then I also did some one or two songs on Wu Bai's early first album. Me and Xiao Tu did. He invited us in, and we, it was like, this is cool. This is,
it's vibing.
But it was also at the time where I'm still kind of learning the culture here, and there's a different way of how they deal with things.
Oh, sure, of course.
Different way of how they deal with
very different culture.
Going to the studio. And, approaching, and it was a different groove. It wasn't like I'm this Lao Wai coming in and it's like everybody, cater to me. It wasn't that. It was like we're catering to the locals. And you just sit there and be humble and just do your thing.
Do your thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
sure.
It was like,
sure.
I just wanted to play.
Yeah, of course.
Really,
of course,
I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
And then when you get in the studio, then you start to recognize that it's not easy work, because there are studio players, there's live players, there's teachers, and then you got garage band drummers. I was that dude. I was that dude who would just come in and wing it, and it's like, that sounded pretty good, Dino. It's like, well, can I get a second take? No, you're good, because it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? It's
sure,
like,
of course,
you're going to do a second time. It's like, well, we have a listen.
Yeah.
No, we didn't like that. We didn't really like that because it wasn't as fresh. And come on, Pink Floyd. These guys were sitting there for weeks, months, getting every part right.
Sure. Okay.
Led Zeppelin would sit for months. Beatles. If you get on the Beatles,
I still listen to all that stuff, bro. I love that stuff.
Like, the producer George, he was like, "No, let's do it again.
Oof.
No, let's do it again."
That's tough, man.
It's tough. So,
it's got to pull the passion out, right? Because you're like, no.
Yeah, not only
that sounded good to me. What are we doing?
Even getting close to the mic, backing off from the mic is different.
Yeah, sure, of course.
It's all different, hitting a little bit harder, hitting a little bit softer, getting right on the mic, kicking so all that stuff it works towards you or against you.
Sure.
So you learn about that as you go.
Yeah, of course,
and, as I worked with him, I started to learn a little bit more, because it was like, Dino, I don't want you to be Neil Peart. I don't want you, I like more the John Bonham, Chad Smith kind of thing, lock into it. But don't be too flashy, because we're in the studio. If you want to be flashy when we're live.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
of course. Just do your part, have fun, and we'll listen to it, and if it works, it works. There's a lot of times that he tells me, even Norway Sending, Norwegian Forest, for example.
Yeah.
He took the tapes because we found a guy to master the tapes in LA, bro. He would take the tapes.
Really?
Yeah. He took the tapes. Bill Cheney did the mastering.
He flew them over to...
Yeah, he flew them over there, and he would take the tapes and get them mastered over there, because he wanted to kind of have that...
Yeah.
Like, that thing like, hey, I did music in Taiwan. I went over in LA.
Yeah, well, that's...
production, all that stuff, and this is the product. What do you guys think? And then put it on the market. So, he's like listening back to it, was like, I didn't really like that. I didn't really like. I didn't.
Of course.
I didn't really like that song. And then the song, when he brings it back, that song took off, bro.
That song took off. Okay.
It took off.
Can you remember what was like the first hit?
Even when we were in the studio, and I listened back on just that certain song.
Okay.
And you could say it's cheesy or not. It was like,
that doesn't matter.
That song put us on the map.
Okay. What was the song? We got
Norwegian Forest.
Okay. Norwegian Forest. Okay.
Norwegian Forest by the Beatles. It's called
Okay.
Norway the Sending.
Okay.
In Mandarin.
Okay.
Which is
beautiful.
Norwegian Forest.
That's beautiful. I love it. Okay.
It's just Wu Bai and it down. It was like, listen to that. It's like, this is really cool.
That's it, eh?
This was it. Now,
That's it.
Is it going to be a hit? I don't know.
Okay.
But for me,
that was the stuff.
The bass, the keyboards, the drums, the vocals, his poetry, my drums. It all fit, man.
I'm going to pull a picture up, man. Check this picture out. Same topic. Oh, I found that on your Facebook.
That was probably us right around that time.
Yeah,
bro.
that's right. Yeah, I thought I'm going to keep that picture.
Yeah? Up there, dude.
Look at this.
That was probably it. Right about
that was
there.
it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to save that.
Wait a minute. You know what?
No. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
That looks like that might have been the studio. We built a studio together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You built a studio? Okay.
We lived in Dexing Donglu, which is right down the street here.
Yeah.
Okay. Xiao Tu, Big Cat, and I.
Yeah.
We found a 3-bedroom apartment with a basement.
Okay.
And it's like, let's build a studio, guys.
Down in the basement.
Down in the basement.
Okay, nice.
I put out the walls. We ordered the wood. We built our own basement.
You built it physically, built it yourself.
Because I was a carpenter back in the States.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So we laid out all of it, and we started to record, which is probably our biggest Taiwanese album, selling Taiwanese album.
Okay.
Today
in that studio.
Yeah, in that studio. And it burnt down.
What?
It burnt down.
Really? Okay.
Wu Bai was having an interview, and me and Xiao Tzu, we did some substitute band. We went out to Taipei to do some other project, and we're driving down Zhoushan Beilu, we're
Liuduan over here,
and it's like, hey, there's this smoke bellowing from that area over there, dude. It's like,
It's
like that's strange. It's like, and then
I wonder how close that is to our place.
No, we didn't do that yet.
Okay.
It's like as we got closer to Dexing Donglu, it was like, dude, it looks like it could be coming from our community, man. It's like, no. And I'm like,
no way.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
No
like,
way.
That can't happen,
way.
bro. It's impossible. Okay. What are the odds? So we turned down Dexing Donglu, and it's like, it's coming from our community, bro. You think... This kind
started getting nervous a little bit.
Nervous here.
Of course.
So then we pulled in. We passed the guard shack.
Yeah.
And we pulled it down the first Xiangzi, first lane. And I was like, dude, that's coming from our place, bro. What are we gonna do, man? So.
What can you do in that moment? Nothing.
Like a knucklehead, I start grabbing the hose, and I think I'm firing.
You're just like Fireman Joe or whatever.
Fireman Joe, Fireman Dan, and just squirting everything.
You're like, I can fix it.
And it's like, no, that wasn't going to put it out.
Okay.
So
how did it start? Just
Wu Bai was doing an interview down in our studio.
Okay.
And they put not this light. This light isn't like that because it's an LED light.
Okay, let's do. Okay.
It was a light.
Okay.
The old school lights that are really hot.
Really hot, halogen-y things.
And it had
whatever.
And it had that. That stuff that you use for dampening sound.
Yeah, like
kind of styrofoam kind of thing.
Exactly. And that caught.
Yeah, and it was like, the interviewer came upstairs. Was like, hey, can you give me you guys got a glass of water? And so he went down. He tried to put it out. It got bigger, and then he came up and said, you guys got a bucket of water? And we weren't. Like I said, me and Xiao Tzu weren't there. And it's like, and so Xiao Tzu's wife was like, yeah, here, take this. And it was like, you guys got a hose? And it's like, what's wrong? It's like, well, sorry, your
house is on fire.
your studio's on fire, dude.
Oh my God!
Everything went up. Everything.
Of course. Oh,
everything went up. My drum room and the other, the drums they didn't melt. What happened on the veneer side? It's got this little bit of soot. Because my drums is in a different room, and the way that I built the doors for soundproofing, it didn't really get into the drum room.
Okay.
It kind of like singed a little bit, but everything went up.
Oh my God.
The keyboards, the guitars,
That's my God. That's
all
crazy.
the expensive stuff. The mixing board, everything.
Okay.
All the recording stuff just went up, dude. So.
That's crazy.
After that album went. Still to this day, it's probably our top.
Really,
our
the first
top
album?
It was our first Taiwanese album, which is called Chuki Go Jiao, Lonely Tree, Lonely Bird, Lonely Tree.
Okay,
who would have known?
But I mean, at that time, were there other Taiwanese rock and roll bands, or were you guys kind of like you guys are like pioneers? No, I mean, like you guys put it on the map a little bit.
We were the pioneers
Yep.
because of the fact that Wu Bai started gaining a little bit more confidence in himself about writing Taiwanese music.
Yeah.
And that album, I mean, if you get a chance, go back and listen to it. I mean, the songs on there are just boom, boom, boom.
Okay, I love
really,
it. I love
really,
it.
You listen to it, it's like,
love it.
wow, one after another, really
Okay,
good.
you knocked them all out of the park on that album. Okay.
Now,
and it's still rocking.
It was still rocking.
Beautiful.
Now, what happened was after we did that album, people started noticing. We became kind of like a kitchen utensil. I mean, it was everywhere. We were everywhere,
beautiful, yeah.
Everywhere.
You were a hit. You were a hit. You were
everywhere. So
you were trending. You were the guys. You were it. Yeah.
at the time, Chen Shui-bian was he wanted to become mayor. He was campaigning to become mayor.
Okay.
All right.
Oh
now,
gosh. Okay.
I'm going to tell you, this was one of the biggest moments for me was in Chiang Kai-shek Memorial, bro.
Yeah.
Fields of people. I've never seen so many people in my life.
Okay.
It was just the four of us. We set up.
Okay.
And we played. And I saw Oba songs, OG songs, the families, everybody, the kids with on the father's shoulder. It didn't end. It was like, man, this is the shit.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. You know what?
That was the moment you knew it.
That was the moment where you kind of feel like you're king. You're
yes.
king. You know?
Okay.
And I was like, man, oh man, I don't want to get off this ride.
Yeah.
But you know what? You got to get off. You know why?
Okay.
Because there's 2,000 other bands that want to be king too.
Okay.
And if you don't you can keep up your chops, keep up your grooves, work hard at your trade.
Yeah.
They're going to stamp all over you.
Okay.
So
that's
kind of where I'm at right now because I got involved with my family.
Sure.
There was a little bit of addiction there with alcohol.
Understand.
Eating betel nut. Banging the wrong girls. Blah blah
sure,
blah.
Sure.
So you get involved in the culture there.
It's the rock star life.
It's the rock star life.
Sex,
bro.
drugs, and rock and roll.
Going back and being Santa because I had all this money because I was still living like a pauper here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend any money on I didn't want to invest because I didn't know how to invest because I'm a foreigner. I'm a foreigner here.
Can't do anything.
I saved all this money, thanks to my first girlfriend. Her mom kind of co-signed me, and I was able to get a bank account and save all this money. And I would fly back home, and I treat my family like I Santa Claus. It's like, sorry, I can't. Yeah, I can't make it. I can't make it for Christmas, but hey, we're going to celebrate Christmas, your birthdays, Mother Days, everything, everything.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. And when I leave,
yeah.
There it is.
There it is. All right.
And maybe I'll see you next year, or if I'm busy, I'll see you the year after that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
He's kind of a humble dude, man. Just a humble dude.
That's the life, man. Yeah. I mean, how's the music scene here though? Like when you were saying there's 2,000 other bands, they want to be the king too. Like how is it? Like, is it really cutthroat? Is everybody kind of like Hezuo, or like they want to do collabing? Do they want to like cut your slit your throat? Like what is it?
Very Hezuo, very Hezuo.
Okay.
Everybody just wants to jam and do their own thing.
Okay.
And for me, it's always been that thing about Taiwan.
The Hezuo is amazing here. Yeah.
It's always been that thing about Taiwan is people will go out and promote some other band because we're humble and we want to listen to something new. Everybody wants to listen to something new, bro.
I agree.
And I think they kind of picked that up from maybe the States or England or Japan, but they've kind of made it their own also, is because we want to bring up the locals, man. I mean, the Aboriginal music here.
It's good stuff, man.
Charts,
yeah, for sure
bro.
it is.
It's off the charts, man.
I love it.
It really is. Beautiful stuff, man.
I used to love coming out to your place, man, to Walilay, when you guys had live music, when you had big events out there.
Oh yeah, the reggae.
That was the place, man. I had such a great time there. Chicken liver pasta. I got to send a special shout out to that.
I dabbled into the restaurant,
man.
tiering too myself.
Yeah.
It was. You know what? I think it was just poor. It was just bad timing.
Yeah,
I think the food was good. The pizza was good. The pasta was good.
Very good. Very good.
What we did, we had very good staff.
Yeah.
I think it was just maybe wrong timing.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And sometimes it's just bad luck, bad timing. Because
it definitely wasn't location. Because when you're out at the beach,
that's the spot.
When you're out at the beach, it's the spot. But on the winter months when it's raining and there's leaks in the roof, and then you still got to pay the rent, and like this staff is going, she's going to college, and it's
yeah.
like you only got one other staff person, and the rest of the owners are kind of like, we're helping, but
what are we doing?
Nobody in the restaurant. What are we going to do? You know, it's like
no, I know, it's crazy, and
that was my thing. There was like I said before, there was too many chiefs.
That is
and
that
not
is a
enough
big problem.
Indians, you know, because when people get their money involved, I want to see results now.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like you can't do that with business.
Yeah, no,
you can't
exactly.
do that with anything.
It's
we
hard.
Want results now.
You can't be like, hey, I'm going to put this in, and I want to start taking out money next month.
Right now.
And it's like, what? No, you can't. Yeah, no, it's just not possible, bro.
So and with the help of Xiaozu, because he had Guanxi, he would bring in the film crew.
Yeah,
and I would sit there, and be the little Lao Wai throwing the pizza up in the air. But
of course,
as that progressed, I wanted to put something on the map too.
Yep.
So what did I do? I went and discovered Bulahi. Bulahi is, and I know I don't want to hear trolls. I don't want to hear we're the climate change and all this. At the time, it was little baby fish. There was shrimp. There was there was cod, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I was just trying thing. I wasn't doing it to hurt.
You have to
hurt the sea, man.
No, man,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
You're like the most.
I just wanted.
You're like Aquaman, dude. You're just like the surfer
I'm in the ocean all the time. I wasn't doing anything because they put bulahi in the porridge here. They put it all over the place.
Yeah, sure,
I just wanted to put it on pizza.
Try it out
with basil, and bro, it took off.
It was
man.
a killer.
It took off. It
signature dish.
It was a signature pizza dish. And still to this day, people are still trying to replicate it.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
I remember those days.
Every once in a while, it's like my wife was saying, "Babe, can you make the bulahi
Make that
pizza?
bulahi pie, man.
For you, babe, I can make whatever you want.
Yeah, there you
go. For you and my son or any friends that's coming over to the house.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll make ribs. I'll make pasta. I'll make the chicken liver. I'll put it together.
When you're doing that chicken liver, you got to let me know, man, because that was
good. The pappardelle.
I think it was my favorite.
Liver.
That was my favorite dish. Yeah,
thank you.
Fantastic. Because you mentioned it to me. You're like, you got to try the chicken liver, and I was like, I came for a pizza. And you're like, no. I think it was the first time I went. Like, got to try this grandma's chicken liver. And
no, it was good.
All right, let's try it out. Okay,
and
then I had it, and I was just
you're gonna have to give me some time, bro, because I haven't nailed that dish in a long time.
Come on, man.
Anyway,
good.
So you need
I need a refill, Rita.
You want
Rita. Keep Jai Bay, man.
Lovely Rita.
Cream
Rita
ale.
Main.
Love cream ale. 1号, yeah. 谢谢.
I'm gonna have a little drag.
You better. You have to. Want to get on this one or what? Let's go.
Let's get on this one, man.
Let's get on it.
Get on it. You guys
eat the wings. Eat the damn wings.
Talking and start winging it, man.
That's right. Go for it, brother.
Wing City.
Get on that. So this is Korean. This is one of our only fusion. There you go. This is one of our fusions.
A little fusion,
Korean, a little fusion action. You got to get on that fusion action once in a while, right?
Oh, fusion's good. Oh,
not bad, right?
Little of the red curry, huh?
Yeah, it's the Korean action, man.
Pardon me.
I love Korean. I just love good stuff, man. I like good eats, man. That's it.
Have you gone to Korea? South Korea?
We went once. Yeah. It was well. I mean, I didn't get the rockstar treatment, but I had a good time.
We did do a gig there, and it was nice. But my wife really likes it. I like just to do the chill and not worry about, we got to go on stage and then we got to pack up and leave the next day. There's one day to kind of chill and kind of discover Korea in one day. Mm-hmm. And what happens, everything goes overboard because you start hitting the booze.
Of course,
and then you wake up the next day, it's like,
what day is it again?
Am I really in Korea?
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to get over.
I'm in my own mind right now, bro. No, I like it. Do you have a place that you went to gigging, thank you, that you were just like, this is it, I love it, like a place where you're like, this was my favorite gig?
Well, besides Taiwan, because Taiwan's always number one, bro.
Always number one, baby. Taiwan number one.
I got to tell you,
we love it. I'll toast to that.
Singapore
sling. All right,
dude.
What's Singapore got?
Sling City, man. Sling City.
Okay. What's Singapore got going on? I've never been there. It's one of the places around sort of southeast that I haven't been, man. But I heard good things, man. I about it.
I will tell you, it's a shame because Hong Kong was number 2. And to this day, I've got really good memories of Hong Kong.
Okay.
Hong Kong, excuse me, Hong Kong was the best of the East and the West.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice fusion.
You could shop and do anything there. The Cantonese food was. Come on.
Forget about it. I love Cantonese food, man.
Come on.
I've been to Hong Kong before the whole, let's say, change, right? I had a great time. Food is beautiful. I love it.
Singapore is kind of. Well, of course, you know, we do get the rock star treatment, but
of course you do. You are a rock star. You should get it, man.
I've been there. I've been there with my girlfriend Gina.
Okay.
We did a visa thing.
Okay.
And it's hot. It's right on the equator, bro. So there's no winter, there's no summer, there's no spring, there's no fall. It's hot.
Like 35, 40
hot
Celsius.
And rainy, hot, boom, boom. Now there is a rainy season,
okay,
and then there's a hot season.
Okay.
It's right on the equator, bro.
I've never been, man. I've wanted to go. My wife went. One of her best friends moved there a while ago, and she went to visit her. But I never been, man.
A little heat there.
A little bit. Nice. It's coming up, right?
Let me ask you something. Is
yes,
people
sir.
coming in and ordering this stuff?
These three sell like hotcakes. The next three sell less, but people, when they want to try something hot, we have it. These three go pretty good. The Korean is kind of like.
Bro, those are really good.
It's like the border.
It's like a power trio, right?
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That
right?
is a power trio.
Thanks,
I got to tell you, bro, really good power trio.
I'll take it.
No, that's
we
really
got another
good.
comment from. Let's pull that up here. From Serious Industries. What's up, Elroy? Tropical countries are difficult. Yeah, tropical countries, bro. It's true. But you know what's crazy? I've been here for so long. It can be 40 Celsius outside. And like 80-90% humidity. Yeah, I'm hot. I'm sweating. But I'm actually okay with it now. But now when I go to Canada and it's summer and it's 28 and dry, I'm freezing. And everybody's like,
it's 28 and you're freezing?
Yeah, it's 28 and I'm just like, not freezing, but I got like a jacket. I need a jacket. Hey, when the sun is out, it's okay. But when the sun goes down, I'm like, whew. Man, you got to remember, I've been in the kitchen for like 15 years. It's hot as hell. Before that, I'm coaching soccer outside in 40 Celsius, right? So it's been like almost 20 years of just heat. So when I go back, I'm like...
Your body adapts, bro.
I'm totally
tell you, being from California...
Yeah? Okay.
I love Taiwan, but there is nothing in the world that compares to California weather.
Nothing. What's California got?
Nothing.
Weather, we
and being the rock star, I'm able, or
you
kind of on the
okay.
downgrade of being a rock star.
No.
I was able to meet and make some good Taiwanese friends that live in California, and I've asked them, they would never move back to Taiwan because of the weather here.
Because of the heat.
Never. They could.
Wow. Okay.
They'll come here to maybe come see the doctor or visit family and be a part during Chinese New Year's.
Yeah.
But you say, bro, you
come for the summer.
Yeah, you come for the summer.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
Those light jackets at night.
Yeah.
In California.
Yeah.
It's comfy because here it's like.
It's hot. For sure.
No, I know, but here it's like summer. It's like you wear this jacket, but you're still kind of mun. It's like I want to when I get inside because
like really humid inside.
Yeah, it's humid. It's like now I got to take my jacket off, but it's pissing down.
Yeah.
So I got to put my jacket back on, and then I get back home and I take it off. The shoes are wet, and it's like this place. Now I would tell you this: the vegetables. The fruits here, because it's tropical, are fantastic.
Fantastic. For hell yeah, man.
Hey, dude, there's nothing
better than here.
There's nothing better than here.
Yeah.
But in California, you got the avocados, you got the grapes.
They're so expensive here.
They are expensive, but it's worth it.
We still use it. Sure. Yeah.
You know, the yellow melon here, the little watermelon yellow, and even the red ones, dude.
Oh,
and
I
the
know.
mangoes.
The mangoes are incredible.
And some of the fruit that we discovered here,
you know what,
doesn't grow abroad that we don't even see.
Okay.
Come on, like the little wax
dragon
fruits, man.
Durian, yes or no? Durian, the Olean. Good.
I can do that. Singapore. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I never even heard of that shit.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like a stinky tofu. You're into it.
Man.
You're into it or you're not.
I never even heard of that.
No.
I love it.
You like
love
really?
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
What does it remind you of?
When you, it's such a deep, it's such a rich.
Very rich.
It's like a really pungent, rich.
You know, if you mix that with Coca-Cola, it'll kill you. I've read that.
Shut
somewhere.
up, really?
I swear to God.
Ooh.
Because of the acid and stuff, it'll eat away.
Is it like the Pop Rocks thing, or is it a real thing? Oh, I'm curious
it's a real
now.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Look it up.
Coca-Cola
we don't have to look it up.
durian.
Now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's kind of like a squishy banana.
I love it. I love
with
bananas.
the tofu kind of thing going. It's like it's stinky as hell.
Yeah,
but you get past that because
the flavor is so. I love the taste.
It's pungent.
Especially when you throw it in the freezer. It's better than ice cream. I love it.
It is.
And you know what's even better? When they dry it out and it's like chips. You're eating them like chips.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not a huge stinky tofu fan. I've tried it a couple times. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. I mean, I'd rather have a da chang bao shao chang or the Aboriginal sausages that they make in the night markets.
All day,
Those are great. So why am I going to get something that's okay, whereas I can do like something that I like, right? But durian I like. Yeah. I love it.
Good. Well, you gotta go to Singapore because
Okay, let's go.
Newton Circus, for example.
Yeah.
Is a place where they do the satay and all the.
Yeah.
What they do is Singapore kind of mix in some of the Cantonese stuff.
Okay.
They move
a little bit
they
Indian
bring in
stuff
the
too,
Indian
right?
Stuff. The Indian food over
Rita.
there is off the hook, bro.
Round 2, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Thank you.
The
no, because it's a big fusion, right?
The Indian food.
I love Indian
and
food.
the Cantonese food.
Okay.
And they do the Hakka, Kuja, the
Kuja
Hakka noodles. and all
Kuja
that
Kong
stuff.
Ro, the Kuja
And-
Shao Chao, whatever,
yeah.
right? That's good stuff. Yeah.
And and they picked up on some of the Western stuff. You get a lot of snowbirds from Australia that go up there.
Okay.
You really do, because when it's in the summer, which is Christmas for them,
Yeah.
because they're in the southern hemisphere.
Okay. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
surprising. Yeah.
They go up to Singapore and they lounge because it's beautiful weather.
Okay.
You can drink, you can eat all kinds of food, bro.
I like that. Let's go. I mean, damn.
Everything
Okay.
you ever wanted.
Okay.
If you go to Sentosa
Sentosa's supposed to be like the beach, supposed to be like
it's got the beach.
heaven,
They
right?
got Universal Studios there. It's the shit. Trust me.
Is there a bubble happening, the COVID bubble, where we can go to Singapore in the summer?
No, we can't.
There's no bubble still.
Bro.
I read a little bit about a bubble, some
really,
bubble happening.
I really don't want to.
Right now, I'm not
going to
leave.
COVID
Yeah.
thing, man.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, of course, yeah.
my wife called me today. She said, "You're in Taipei." You know.
I love it. I heard it. That was great.
Like,
That's what wives do.
Babe,
They're like,
you can
hey,
come to Taipei and drink with Ed and do the podcast and talk about old times.
don't you dare
and,
go past
and
Tianmu.
like have a
love
good
it.
time, but please put your mask on when you're walking around, and just follow the be quiet, follow the rules here, and and all that stuff. And it's like, babe, really, does anybody really want COVID?
Thank you.
Yeah,
no, of course, yeah. Oh, 没关系 Thank you.
Hi, how you doing? My name's Eddy. Eddy.
This is the man right here. No, it's funny because I actually had a. Yeah. Oh, we did. Just let me get this comment in real quick. Boom. Mo Thong durian, hard yes. All right, durian for sure. Durian is one of those things that just has to be fresh fruit from the moment. If it's not fresh, it's going to turn weird. True. I think that's why we freeze them. I freeze. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could just I could just eat the hell. And then my wife will always be like, when you eat that, if you eat too much durian, you're going to break out in pimples and stuff. I'm like,
yeah, because
what?
They call it sanghuo. It's very rich,
okay,
like mango or anything else.
Okay, but I eat freaking mangoes for days, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
mango.
Mexican man. When we went to Mexico all the time,
bro.
Mangoes. You know what I love about here? That's even better than Mexico. When I went to Mexico all the time, we would get cañas, like a sugar cane.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd get it and they'd cut it, and
that's good with the hot. With
yeah,
the hot
right.
And
we might make a sugarcane sauce, right? Yeah,
we
would just chew it and spit it, chew it and spit it.
Yeah, they
super
do that
duper
here.
ghetto style.
Yeah.
Here too, but here, everybody's all about convenience here. They have like the bottle, the juice, like they have those machines that like
they got the
those
OG songs squashing that stuff and making it fresh. Yeah,
that's the first thing I get in a night market.
Yeah.
When I go to Shilin Night Market, we just beeline it to the sugarcane guy.
Bro. You got to go.
And I'm just like, I got to get that. People are like, oh, there's a craft beer store. I'm like, no. Sugarcane juice. Yeah. Fresh squeezed sugarcane juice. You got to try it. It's the best.
Let's go. We're in there again.
We're in there. In like Flynn. Let's go. But I got to say, I do love durian. You ready for this or not yet? Good?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so that's jalapeno hot sauce, man. That is made with jalapeno.
I should be looking at my clock, but...
What's up? You in trouble?
I'm double parked. I got to get my shoestrings pressed.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
This guy. Who is this guy?
Hey, I love it, bro. Dude, thank you for coming, man.
Well, thank you, bro.
It's really an honor to have you here, and I love your story, and I got a lot of Let's grab that one and we'll keep going.
Is it this one now?
That's the green one, man.
So
that's the killer.
That's the killer.
That's a little bit of a killer, let's say. Yeah. But the green one it's coming up.
Green's good.
Green's good. Green. You know what I did? This is a green one. I made a small batch once with wasabi. Not this one, but I made some wasabi in there, and it was pretty good. This one's jalapeno. Yeah,
that's jalapeno up in Canada,
bro. Jalapenos.
How about the Trailer Park Boys, man?
I love it.
These guys, they just, now they're doing the prison thing. Julian he's walking around with an empty glass because he can't get alcohol. And
I haven't been.
Ricky's jonesing because they're smoking like Renaissance weed, which is just like tobacco, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean,
I don't know if you guys are into the Trailer Park Boys, but it's comical.
Yeah,
if you get a chance, go back and watch the beginning, and then you'll be a full-on Trailer Park Boy.
I'm gonna be honest,
fan,
it's been a while.
Or enthusiast.
It's been a while since I watched
my buddy Ken Lowen. He turned me on to it. He said, "Bro, I burn you all these CDs. Watch it at your own convenience." Okay. And it was like, it started jonesing, bro. Bro, you got to bro. I'd call him like, bro, you got to burn me another one, man. I got to see the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Old school, burning.
Well, you got old school burning, the DVD burners. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
So
I love
back
it.
to this. This is jalapeno.
Jalapeno, man. Jalapeno. Let's go. We're ready to rock it, brother. Get in on that action, man. Why is my phone glitching out here?
I got to tell you, all the chicken is very tender, man.
Thanks, man. Really a lot of people say you're not supposed to bread them, but what we do is we put a really, really light coating of flour because we want to keep that skin crispy, but we want to keep that juice inside.
Hold it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to hold because what happens is, you can do it with no batter, and then what happens? The wing shrinks to like this big. And then people are like, what the fuck? I'm paying money for this.
In Taiwanese, we call it gyu kirai. Gyu. That is good. But
it's all right. How's the spice level on that? It's okay?
So far, that's number one.
Okay, really? Okay. It's a good one, right?
I like the Korean kind of curry thing.
Okay.
I like the barbecue stickiness with the little heat because I'm used to that. This is like...
Okay, that's a straight hot sauce.
Something new there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
When we can get fresh jalapenos, the big ones we make jalapeno poppers, and the small ones we make that. I just made a hot sauce. That might be from today. So, and it's got that heat, right? I actually wanted to ask you about this little KTV question right here, man. Every time I go to KTV with my Taiwanese friends, everybody loves Wu Bai China Blue. Right? So my question for you is, do you ever go to KTV and be like,
are you serious,
and like pull it up, like be like, what is this? Or is it just like, fuck this, I'm sick of this crap?
Do you think I'm narcissistic? Like, hey,
you go in there and be like, hey, look, that's me in the back. Hey, thanks guys, bye bye. I love it.
Hey guys, I want you to see me doing my thing, and I want everybody to say, come on, dude. No way.
You never go. Yeah,
No way.
I love it.
No way.
That's
And
like
for-
when people ask me, "Do you cook at home?" I'm like, "No, I cook all day here. I don't want to go home and cook."
I know, exactly.
I don't want to go home and cook. Yeah.
You know, there are some MTVs that
Well, those are.
I'm
okay.
honored, and I
Okay.
feel that we did a good job, and it kind of fits the criteria of the
Okay.
song or the
Okay,
groove
okay,
of the
okay,
song,
okay.
whatever, or the vibe of the song,
Okay.
whatever you want. And I was like, let's say 99%. I was like, yeah. You guys enjoy that.
Okay.
Enjoy that.
But how do you feel if you're at a KTV and someone pulls up? Whoa, whoa,
I feel like
you're like, oh my
I feel
God,
like
this
going and
again,
getting a
you're just
beer.
like, oh yeah.
Just pour me a beer.
All
Go
right.
ahead, you guys sing,
And you're in
have
the
fun.
background
Pour
of
me.
the video.
No.
Shh.
I don't want to do that. No.
Okay. They're not just like you're just not in the back, kind of like jiving, thinking, "Hey,
No.
I remember making this song."
No.
You're just like, "Man, get me the fuck out of here. What are we doing?" I love it. I had to ask, man, because
You can ask.
that's
bro.
that's my card. You know, like whenever I go with my KZ friends, someone always sings Wu Bai China Blue. Everybody loves is the Bon Jovi of Asia.
Well, thank
Kind
you.
of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much is, right? Everybody, I love Bon Jovi. I mean, Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi and Alex
Tico,
Bonsuch and Tico Torres and Dave Bryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I love it. I love those guys.
Not all those guys' names.
But you guys are like the Asia. I mean, that's huge. Bon Jovi's massive. I love Bon Jovi, man. I mean, I listen to it daily, pretty much. Still, it's ridiculous. From like grade 7 till now. How you
It's a little
feeling?
heat there,
A
bro.
little bit, of course. It's made with jalapenos.
And that's nothing to you?
I mean, I can feel a little bit.
Yeah.
bit.
And how with the beer and all that? I mean,
The beer
how you
ignites it a
feeling
tiny
the
bit.
The next day.
I'm always good, bro. The next
Yeah.
day, I'm not gonna lie. The first few months, this is episode 84 with this man right here. The first couple months was rough on the stomach. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there was one time where a friend of mine who makes hot sauce, he told me before you do it, get a shot glass, put a little bit of water and a little bit of baking soda, and it's gonna alkalize your stomach.
I do that all
Okay?
the time.
And I'm like, I never even heard of that.
The cure for GERD is to drink a teaspoon of baking soda and a cup of water.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. So he tells me this, and I'm like, okay.
Don't do it all the time though, because then you're creating too much acid in your stomach. I mean, it helps. It helps.
Okay. Well, so I didn't even know about this,
No.
right? So I don't do it, and then my stomach's starting to hurt, and I forgot, and I'm like, I forgot to do it. So I do it afterward. After I ate like 8 wings or whatever, like super spicy, and I took the shot of it, and then it hits the stomach, and then I just feel pain on the stomach, dude.
Well, I'm gonna be locking it. But I got to tell you, your staff is nailing this stuff, bro.
Are they?
You really
Okay.
trained them well, bro.
Thank you, sir. I'm working with these guys. My wife's working with them, but I'm gonna be honest. Right now is the best it's been. Income's good.
Yeah.
Income's good. So what do? We pay
But
bonuses.
like I said before, the
bonuses,
Taiwanese,
staff are good.
They get into this, or is it really?
Yeah, no, things
Because
are good.
I know Taiwanese love spicy. If
They do. You know what?
you should try doing the ma jiao.
I actually have. I have tried, but I will do it again.
The ma jiao. Is it ma jiao?
Like the hua jiao thing, like
hua
the
jiao,
ma,
hua jiao.
ma,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ma la thing, right?
Ma la, yeah.
I like that. I've always had that on the back burner, and I did one before. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, man. But I need to.
This is the other thing about doing the rockstar thing. We go to China, bro.
Yeah.
Chongqing or Sichuan, and I mean the food there is spicy, but it's
I bet it is.
It's so
Sup,
good.
Trey?
It's
All right.
so good, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So
It's
China.
really good.
So
Oh, man.
you guys are
China-
usually gigging in China, right? That's the big marketing kind of Asia, I would guess.
Yeah,
No?
China was the go-to. It's the
Okay,
go-to
the
place.
go-to, yeah.
And it's a shame because I like going to China. I really do.
Okay.
I really enjoyed going to China.
Yeah. Everybody loves you.
You know, it's not what everybody thinks.
Okay.
I really got to tell you, it's not what everybody thinks.
Okay,
But
okay.
then again, I'm not, because I'm doing the rockstar thing, and
You're getting
we
special treatments, right?
Well, kind of a special treatment, but we still go to restaurants.
Yeah, of course.
They're
of
not.
course, yeah.
There's not going to be a new restaurant built just for Wu Bai China
That's
Blue.
true, that's true,
So we
yeah.
go to the local spots, and
Okay.
we tap into the local product, and I mean it's good.
Okay.
We do the hot pot. We
I love hot pot, man.
we've gone up to Inner Mongolia. We've had the The lambs up there, the roasted lambs, dude. The goat up there.
Oh yeah,
is
I love
to
that
die
stuff,
for.
dude.
With the I'm trying to think of the spice now. They use it in a lot.
Sichuan, or whatever, like that area that's where the spicy stuff's from.
No,
right?
it's a spice
an actual
that
spice
Mexicans
name. Okay.
use in their food.
Oh God, okay. There's Mexicans. There's
It's not fennel. It's the other one.
cumin.
Cumin.
Yeah, okay. A lot of cumin.
I'm one of my 3 beers back now.
Yeah, you're doing
Anyways,
all right.
cumin.
All right, yeah.
Cumin. And I'm
Cumin.
human.
Cumin,
because,
baby. Cumin. We cumin,
anyways,
everybody.
in Inner Mongolia and close to that upper China, bro, the food is really good.
Okay.
And everybody's chill there. There's none of this and that going on that you think it's going on, you know?
Okay.
But who knows?
Because when you hear the news, you only hear the bad stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like my mom called me once and she's like, I heard it's really like SARS. It's like everybody's dying. You need to come back. And I'm like, what? No, just don't go to the places that are messed up, you know? And I think SARS
well, that's
made
the
it.
thing is, what
yeah.
are the places? Because
Yeah, what are we doing?
Shanghai is a real nice.
I heard
group.
Shanghai's amazing. I heard Shanghai's
real
like
nice hang, bro.
the capital of
When-
Asia.
Yeah,
it's
when
like
you
the
when
best.
when you go over there and looking across the bay and Pudong or I don't know, wherever the place is, because I haven't been there, so I'm kind of forgetting.
Yeah.
With the beautiful skyscrapers and all that,
Come
and
on.
the
Yeah,
food
yeah.
and all
Of course,
that
of
is
course.
really it's really good.
Okay.
Beijing is little bit of a different groove.
Okay.
Beijing is like they got it all, but
Okay.
everything is real cheap there. You can have really good local food like you do here,
Yeah.
and it's cheap. It's
Okay.
like Taiwan.
Okay.
It's just really it's the good go-to food there is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How's that? Because I know when I meet people from Beijing, I really have to focus to understand the Chinese.
Oh, you mean
How are
with
you
the-
with that?
with
The
the-
Beijing
with the-
Hua. Yeah.
那个就是你的
Yeah.
你的舌头要卷一下，就是
Like
这
I've
个
never.
水都是我的水，你的水都是我的。
So how are
那
you?
个还好
You
吧
get used to it or what? Like how does it work?
还可以啊，
可以了啦，
没有什么问题啊
没有关。系。Okay.
对呀，我觉得很好玩的，因为他们
Beijing
这
Hua.
个是这个北京话儿。
Okay.
对呀，我觉得很这个
Because I want to go.
这个很特别的。
我想去. Oh, I really want to go, but I'm
Yeah.
nervous that I can't get it. I can't get the accent.
You don't have to get it. They understand. They'll figure it out.
Okay. Because I love it, man. We went to a couple years ago. Yeah.
It's kind of like the that was more the imperial language.
Okay.
The talking like that.
Okay.
And then the Mandarin, it's almost like maybe Mexican or Spanish up in Mexico, and then it kind of changes in Central America, and then it goes down to South. So,
Okay.
It changes, bro. Even Taiwanese. If you talk
sure.
Taiwanese here and you go down to Yilan or down
It's
down
different.
in
Even
Tainan,
Hakka, there's a few different
it's
dialects,
different
right?
dialects,
Okay.
bro. So
Okay.
So
But they're still understandable.
come
Okay.
on, it's fun, but
Okay. You know what's? Yeah, I think
you know what? You don't see a lot of crime in China, bro. It's like Taiwan. You don't see a lot
No
of crime.
crime, yeah.
Now, there is stuff
There is
going on
crime.
there that I don't want to be a part of.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
It's
is stuff
organized to
there
the
that
point
I
where it's
really
kept
don't want
away.
to be a part of.
Sure.
But in a whole, as far as just going and even to visit, going up to the Great Wall is really
I would love to
cool
do that,
hang,
man.
bro. It's a
Okay.
cool hang.
Okay.
Now,
You restored it for me, man, because I always
it's a
hear
cool
bad
hang.
things, and I'm
It's
like,
a
isn't
cool
that
hang.
bad? Come
Just
on, I wanna go.
keep your wallet next to you and don't give in to all this peddling stuff because they
Okay.
want
That's
to
like-
sell stuff
that's
and
like
they want to
Mexico.
make money.
That's like Mexico, no?
Exactly. I've been
What are
going
we
to
doing?
Mexico for years,
Okay,
bro.
that's no problem.
Yeah.
That's
It's the
just like
same thing
Mexico.
everywhere. Bali has the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't get that much in Singapore.
Okay.
You don't get it in Malaysia. You don't get it in Japan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of
You do get it in the States, and it's like, we're out of here kind of thing.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
let's go.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah. The crazy thing was that, I speak English and Spanish and Chinese, right?
Sure, good. Those are good languages.
And
bro.
so when we went to Japan, all three of the languages are useless. And when I went there, I figured using these are like the 3 biggest languages, right? Yeah. And all 3 being useless. I was like back to day one. It was only maybe 4 or 5 years
but
ago.
It's a challenge.
It's exciting,
right? Yeah.
but it's like
really
because here, like people assume, why go na, 他不会讲中文, right? But I've been here for so long. I'll go and I'll start chatting and bullshitting, and people are like, whoa, this is great. But then I go, so then I feel like, and then you go to Japan.
Where'd you go in Japan?
We went, it was maybe 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
Tokyo?
We went to Tokyo. Nothing.
Now, see, they treat you different in different places, bro.
So I got Spanish, Chinese, and English. All were pretty useless, and I was kind of frustrated with it.
I remember going to Tokyo.
That's crazy. I'm like, what
I remember going to Tokyo, and I was looking for Ebisa is a place in Tokyo.
Okay.
To
it's a beer too, I think, isn't it?
To take the train to Ebisa station, and I'm asking, I said, Ebisa, and they walk up to me,
they're like, man,
and I'm like,
keep walking, buddy.
It's like, yeah, you're on your own. It's like, well, I just better go look at the map and just,
Yeah.
But
their MRT system's crazy in Tokyo.
It is because you get on the wrong train, you wind up in Sapporo or something.
It was crazy, man.
Or Osaka or something,
You know what else is crazy? We went to when we went to Korea, South Korea. Like we went once, it was all right, but one of my buddies who was coming with us, he told us, look, we were landing in Korea, and we're like, you're excited, never been to Korea. Huh. And he lived there for a long time, and he was a foreigner, and they don't treat him like... In Taiwan, everyone's super nice, right?
Yeah.
So in Korea, he says it's different, it's different. But anyways, so I'm just assuming Asia's Asia, everyone's nice. So, the plane is landing, and he's just like, okay, look, I want to tell you something before we, disembark or whatever. I'm like, okay, what's up? He's like, look, I know you're living in Taiwan for like half your life, and you speak Mandarin, and you're Mr. Taiwan and Mr. Asia, and you're Eddy, and everybody loves you. In Korea, nobody gives a fuck about you, so don't talk to people. And I was just like, whoa. Wow. That's what he said, and I was kind of like, it like put my guard up. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, and you know what? I still talk to people. I'm still gonna do what I do. And people were just kind of like looking at me like, you speak Korean?
Let me ask you something, Ed.
And I'm like, no. They're like,
sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, don't you find that strange because
K-pop
is so hippie, happy?
Yeah.
Let's everybody join and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
And it's like, hey, don't say a freaking thing to anybody. It's like, just mind your own business. It's like, but K-pop is supposed to be like, everybody's moving at the same time.
Everybody's like, right? But I was kind of like...
They called me Super Senior. You've heard of the band Super Junior. I'm Super Senior when I go there.
Okay. Well, it's different for you, man. You're the king. You're the king. It's different. So I was...
I am not the king, by the way, bro. I was the king at maybe a 15-minute... It was maybe a 15-minute... Bro. Short, bro.
Let me pull up a picture here, man. Let's see what we got here. See what
I don't want to see my old pictures of people.
Dude, come on, man.
Let's go. I'm going to the wings. You guys can look at that. That looks like me now, dude, with a hat on.
That's a good picture, right?
Yeah, top of door, man.
I'm going to go through a couple of it. Let me see what else I got on here for you.
Oh, dude.
Let me go oldie.
That's Wing City. Look at that, Manson.
Oh, look at that one, brother.
Oh, you know what?
That is such a good one. I can't read it, but yeah. That's a great picture,
bro. Where'd you pull these out of, bro?
Dude, I'm stalking you for like days. I got to stalk. You got to do it, right? You got to do it. You know what's up on your Facebook, man. The stuff's there forever, bro.
Wow.
Stuff is there forever.
That was when we were kind of doing the Hoodswell thing. Remember you talked about the Hoodswell thing?
Yeah, of course. The Hoodswell
we were kind of doing the thing with Bobby Chen. Mm-hmm. Bobby Chen is another famous local Taiwanese star here, and he took us to Beijing the first time, bro. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it was amazing. I mean,
I bet.
I got to tell you, I got to tell you the experience, the memories, everything.
Okay.
Wu Bai China, it was 100. It was 100%. Yeah.
Wu Bai China.
And meeting local musicians and hanging out with them and just the whole thing, dude.
Okay.
It was really, really cool. Yeah, and still to this day we're still pretty good friends.
Okay.
Some of them that opened up their own production houses.
Beautiful.
They're opening up their own recording studios. So everybody's kind of doing, everybody's kind of getting along here.
I think that's the way it should be. Like I know. Like I've had I get lots of restaurant owners on the show. I've even had a Mexican restaurant chef guy who has another place. I had him on the show. Great guy. I mean, come on, everybody's cool. Just be nice to people. I think if everybody's just nice, then the world's a better place, man. I mean, I know that sounds corny and shit, but just be nice, man. That's it.
I got to tell you,
right?
we are pretty lucky that we live in Taiwan.
Oh,
bro.
God,
Even
yeah.
though there's cases rising as we speak.
Oh, God, yeah.
We are lucky dogs, man.
We're here, man. We're doing a podcast, wings, beer. We're just relaxing, bro. It's coming up.
No.
Okay.
The green
was spicier.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of like
Okay.
kind of like plateauing a little bit.
Oh, hey, well, okay, good.
Is that all right to say?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, bro. Come on. Get in on that action, bro. That wasn't as made with the little bird's eye chilies, the little Thai guo, the la jiao, those little Thai style ones. Yeah. That's what we make that one out of. Yeah.
Pardon me.
I'm happy you're here, bro.
Thank you.
It's fantastic, man. I love it.
Salute.
Salud. Oh, let's go back here and salute it. Hey. I love this, man.
The Green Monster.
Still the Green Monster.
Green Monster.
That's still number one.
It's the
Okay,
shit, bro.
okay.
It's the shit.
Okay. Your wife likes spicy? Yeah? No?
My wife loves it.
I'll tell you, we'll send you some home,
started
yeah?
eating spicy. He's 8 years old.
Okay.
Like, dude. No, son.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, he's like,
My daughter eats
wasabi on his shrimps
it.
and shit, and
Okay.
it's like, dude,
Okay.
you're gonna choke this. You're gonna choke
All
to
right.
death on that, man. I'm like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, okay, all right.
My daughter, since she was like really little, her favorite snack is raw diced onions, and she would just pop them like
What?
raw diced onions. She would just pop them like candy.
Yeah, my son eats raw garlic, dude.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then they play with other kids, and other kids are like, "Ooh, what's that?" And my daughter's like, "It's delicious. Try it out." And the kids are just like
Handful.
and they're just like, "Ooh." It's like Skittles, just down them, right? Yeah, crazy, man, crazy stuff. It's beautiful though. I love it. Ooh, I am.
This is good.
Good, not too bad. Huh?
You got anybody talking and no more talking? What's
Right
going on
now,
here?
right now, there's no talking apparently. Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
That's what they say. If you guys are watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. And the reason we ask you to do that is because when you do that, if you're watching, when you do that, YouTube is like, hey, that's a good video. I'm going to show it to more people.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
That's what we're doing.
We want more people. We want more people to watch, right? Yeah, and I mean, like, obviously, this guy don't need, no promotion by me. But let me pull up a picture. Check this one out. Ooh, look at the little trend. Look at this. What do you got?
Oh yeah.
We got some pictures from you, brother. What do you think?
The Tully Savalas thing.
What do you think of it? It's beautiful, man. I love this.
Tully Savalas, a little bit of the beer gut, throwing out a signed drum head at one of our shows.
I love it.
The Italian drum set that
that's
Cadison made for
great.
me. Thank you, Cadison.
Beautiful.
At the Wiley Day.
That's at Wally Lay, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I knew you were drummed and I knew you sang, but one time when we were at one of your Wally Lay parties, you did Mustang Sally.
Oh, dude, don't go.
It was
man.
It was great. No, I'm telling you, I loved it. It was fantastic.
We don't do that anymore because it's like
What happened?
it's been done, and it's like we bury it now. We're working on new things.
It was. What are you talking? I'm just telling you, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
It was great. I enjoyed that. That was beautiful.
Where's
I
that
loved it.
baking soda?
That baking
Check
soda.
testing,
yeah.
1, 2.
Well, it's probably it's probably better to do that before because there was some painful stuff, man, when I did that baking soda. Yeah,
That's all right.
You know when we did I think it was that reggae party at your place out there. I was there. I was with my wife. My daughter wasn't born yet, and there was I was just getting stared at by this one person. Oh my gosh, she was gorgeous. Ashley, remember her? You know her name's Ashley, right?
Oh yeah.
And then whatever, no big deal. And then at your wedding, bro, we were there, we're having a good times, me and Deeds and stuff. I got 2 wedding stories for you. But then all of a sudden, I see this girl. She's gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
She comes over, she starts chatting, and I'm just like,
You hit it?
no, I didn't. I was married at the time already, but I was just like, oh my
Sorry
God.
about that.
But it was.
Don't you wish we could just take the ring off and go to town?
That was crazy, my God. Man.
Little one night thing there, and kind of.
It wasn't. I didn't, but it was. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I left. I had to leave. I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta go.
I gotta
go. I'm like,
I'm out of there.
all of a sudden, everybody's like, where the hell's Eddie? I'm like, I gotta go.
I gotta go, dude.
I'm going home.
I can't handle it.
I gotta go. I'm going home. Yeah. That's the short version, the short and clean version. Yeah. I had to go. But my Wu Bai story. So basically, at your wedding,
right. Yeah.
Do you remember that? Remember? So I'm at your wedding. I'm sitting there. So I think you guys purposely sat all the Waiguran by Wu Bai because Waiguran doesn't even know what's going on. We're just there hanging out, right? Because all the Taiwanese will be just gawking the whole time, right? So we're there. My wife's supposed to come. She doesn't want to come. She's working, blah, blah, blah.
So you brought the Deeds.
I brought Dirty Deeds, right? So Deeds is there. He's sitting with me and all these, the Waiguran were there. And Didi is just like in love with Wu Bai. He's just like staring at him. He's like, we got to go see him. Like, Didi, the guy's eating. Just relax.
Leave him alone.
Just leave the guy alone.
Just let him eat.
And he's just like, we're eating. Eventually everyone's finished. We're having a beer. And he's just like, we got to go. We got to go see Wu Bai. We got to go. And I'm like, Deeds, fuck, man. And just get... So another hour goes by. We got to go. I'm like, okay. Now you're pissing me off. Okay, let's go. So I go over and I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm sorry. My brother-in-law, he's a super fan. He's a super fan, and would it be cool if he could just grab a picture? And he's sitting there eating. He looks up at me. He looks so pissed. Yeah. And I'm like,
are you serious,
and I'm like,
dude?
Fuck. And I'm like, I know it's a dick move, but. It's Deeds.
Didn't Dino train you guys not to bug me?
And I'm like, I'm sorry. I know it's a dick move, but Deeds. And he's looking at me. He's so pissed. Yeah. But I didn't know why. I'm like, okay, he's pissed. But I'm like, well, I should be used to it. I'm thinking, I wonder why he's pissed. So we take a picture with him, and he's just like. And then, you know why he was pissed? We turn around to walk to our table, and there's a huge lineup behind us.
Exactly.
A huge line. Nobody wants to go first. Nobody wants to go first.
Well, they're all waiting, bro.
They're all waiting for somebody to go first.
Exactly.
And it was Deeds.
Yeah, one starts
and me. And that was it. He had a lineup for like an hour.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, and then I look at him and I'm like.
At my wedding, somebody else is taking pictures.
Oh. And I'm like,
I'm
so sorry, dude.
You ready for this?
What's up?
We had to fly the next day.
Really?
Because we had a show to do with Rock Records. And because I'm the drummer, I wasn't allowed to drink and get all drunk because
at your own wedding.
At your own wedding, you're going to drink, and then the next day you're going to be sloshed.
Yeah,
and you're not going to be able to get up and play it or do drums or anything.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm Tommy Lee and there's fucking bags of cocaine and 30 hookers going on.
Yeah, one can only wish, right? Shoot,
you can only wish.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what? That wedding was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
We all had, Josh was there. We had a couple other guys there, and I mean, we were about to leave, and we were going to the bar when it was kind of like winding down. And then who follows? Ashley followed me to the bar, dude. Come to the bar, and I'm like, oh, this probably one of the best looking woman on the freaking planet. And she's just like following, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know if she was dating, but she was
dating one of my buddies that was coming to the Wadi Day, right?
Yeah,
I remember who he is.
Yeah. I don't remember.
What? These people disappear, bro.
I don't know.
Off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
you don't see him on Facebook. You don't see him. Hey, do you know? You don't see him anywhere, man.
Yeah, no, but
so dude, what do you think ever happened to Ash?
I don't know, man. But all I know is like we were at the bar. We're all drinking, and I went up, danced a couple times, and then it gets to the point where I'm like, everybody, I gotta go. I gotta go home. And everyone's just like,
what's wrong, Ed?
What are you're like literally dancing with the hottest girl on the fucking island right now. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going home.
And you know what pisses me off?
I gotta go.
Is the after party I heard was really, really good.
Oh yeah,
dude. It was jumping off, and it's like,
You know why? Because it was a rock star's wedding, bro. Right? You know, that's why.
I didn't get to take. I didn't get to
do
partake.
nothing. We got to make it up one of these days. Yeah. As long as Ashley doesn't show up.
15. What? How many
it's
years
good.
now?
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, it's all good.
If Ashley don't show up, it's okay. The last one. Let's do it.
For time here, bro.
Hey, whatever you want, bro. It's all good.
Mean, whatever we want.
We usually do hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, bro.
When we start,
we're almost 2 hours, man.
No shit.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I can't talk for 2 hours. Yeah, you can. You're just chatting. We're just having a beer. Let's go. You want to grab that one? Let's do it.
I think we ought to let's do the last wing and close shop. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it. Sure.
Me and you and I, we got plenty to talk about.
Oh, we're going to be talking off the record.
If I keep hitting the beers, then
we're
this
going.
podcast is going to turn into a snod cast.
The slosh fest. Yeah. All right, let's grab it. So wing, whatever you want to do, brother. Whatever you want to do.
This is it, huh?
So this is made with Trinidad Scorpion, Carolina Reapers.
Who would have known, dude?
Trinidad, and I wiped it on my mic. So. Oh, smell that, man.
Oh, Manson. Oh yeah, that's
I'm going
rough.
for it.
Do you guys eat that? Hello. Do you guys eat that?
No one finishes that, man.
最辣的有吃吗？不敢。
Nobody eats the spices, man. And you know what? People order it because they watch the show. They're like, "Give me 6." Like, you don't need 6 of those, man. And they're like, "Give me 6." Okay, they eat one and they're like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and they're like,
yeah. And they'll go home and dip it in sugar.
Exactly. Actually, it doesn't taste that spicy today. We'll see.
I don't know, bro. I just picked it up and did a little
liquor, huh? So like
Trinidad.
I said,
so who's bringing these?
No, I mean they're growing. Like I said, you were asking before. Everything we do is local. We get corn from a local farm. We grind it.
Corn's good.
We do. We get chilies and stuff from local farms in Pingdong. People growing this stuff.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on, man. The beans, pinto beans. They're like, you gotta import pinto beans. I'm like, no, we use hua dou, like the local bean.
Really?
Yeah, we use hua dou.
Nice, bro.
We have to, because it's Taiwan. It's Taiwan. We gotta use the good. We gotta use the local stuff. Whew. Actually, that's not as bad as it usually is. Oh, let's see how we do. I'm gonna rapid fire through a couple pictures here. What do you think? And you can just enjoy. You tell me if there's a story back there. Ooh, look at that guy. Look at that.
You've never been to our shows, bro, at all? None of them.
I haven't, man. You know what? I really want to. But the thing is, when I met you, I was like, I want to be friends with this guy. I like this guy. This guy's a great guy. You know? But I do want to come out. I do want to come out and do a show with you.
Ma. Yeah, I'm waiting.
There we go. How was that one?
Bro, we were friends before you knew who I was. So
yeah, well, that's the way.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's true. Let's do it.
What else we got?
All right, let's rapid fire, bam.
Yeah, that's Tabador, man.
Tabador.
That's the Chuki Gojiao album. That's the
album? That's the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was.
Look at that dude in the back, man. That's one sexy motherfucker.
Wow, that Trinidad, man. Wow.
All right, let's keep going. Bam.
Hey,
how you doing? How you doing?
Wow.
Woo, that's an epic picture. I don't know what's going on, but it's a beauty.
Just being on stage,
just
being
on
goofy,
stage.
Brent, having
fun.
I
got a family picture. A little bit of family, good or skip?
La Familia?
La Familia. Look at this guy. Hey, that's the wedding we were just talking about.
There it is.
A wedding, and here's your boy, man. That's a good-looking boy right there.
Wow.
Gigs. You getting it? Look at that. Hey, that's a new one. That's a new one, right? That was that's like the current gig. How you doing?
That just went to. Damn, dude.
0 to 100. 0 to 100. What do we got? Let's zoom up on that. Ooh, look at that face. That's the man right there. 0 to 100, baby. Let's go. What else we got? Oh, we did that one already.
Did you finish that, dude?
Yeah, I'm good.
I can't,
man.
man.
That's all good. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got to go on this. How about this one? Blam. Oh, we did that one. Bam. Oh, that was so.
Hey,
how cool was that?
Uh-huh.
That's the coolest things I've ever seen.
Who's got dolls after them, man? Like little stand-up dolls.
It's freaking cool, dude. How was that?
Dude.
Last one's a little rough, yeah? Stage 1. Boom. Stage. There it is.
Wow.
Gigging hard, yo.
Wow.
And another stage shot, and we're done. And we're done for that. Woo-wee.
Okay, look, if you come to Eddy's Cantina,
You got to get it.
and you order the first wings, you're golden. If you order the second set of wings and you eat that hot one, you're the man. Or you're the woman, because I had one bite and I'm tapping out. I'm tapping.
Hey, but you made it. But you made it.
Oh, dude, that's tappable.
Many people, many people don't make it. They don't make it, man. That's what the milk's for, brother. That's what the milk's for.
No, I'm not doing the milk.
Not doing the milk.
No, the milk's only worse for me because I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah. Wow.
Understandable, bro.
Dang.
Just don't touch your eyeballs, yeah?
No,
Some people do that. Some people do it. I know. I got to say it. People will be like, "Oh my God, that's so hot." And they touch their eyes.
One more here. No, I didn't touch anything, dude.
Okay,
Do I
good.
dare? That's like catching the COVID
There you go, baby. Ooh.
without catching the COVID.
That's right, baby.
Wow.
Dude, remember, like, I don't know how many years ago it was, we went out to...
I don't remember anything now after that.
Now you're good, right? We went to, like, Labrador, and we had that honey lager, that honey beer. That was good times, man.
It was good.
Those good times, man. We got to do
When's
that
the last
again.
time you've been there?
God, I think I've only been there like
Buckskin's
twice.
got
Yeah.
a restaurant too, dude.
Buckskin does, yeah. The thing is, though, like, I know all my guys, all my local brewers, so I always go to their places. And
I'm going with the Dum Dums, man. I'm
Dum
going
it
with,
up.
I'm going with the Telly Savalas, man.
do it up, man. Do the dum-dums. Oh, yeah. You got to do it, brother.
Telly's wrong. Who knows you, baby?
Yeah, you're looking good, brother. You're looking good, man. The rock star. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Here today, gone to Maui.
Sex, drugs, and rock
Speaking
and roll.
about Maui, have you been to Hawaii?
God, no,
Maui's
of
a
course
little bit
not,
like
dude.
Taiwan, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to have lots of money.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Kind of
right?
like if you go to Singapore. Bring money.
Bring money to Singapore, right? You know what's funny? The international...
I'm bleeding here. I got nosebleeds.
Are you bleeding? Oh, my gosh. You know... The funny thing is, we get Singapore clients coming in here, like people that they come for international tournaments, international school, American school, and stuff like that. Singapore people, they'll come here and they'll eat and they'll drink, and they're just like, "Oh my God, it's so cheap!" Like, it's so cheap. I'm like, "It's not that cheap."
It is.
They're like, "It's so cheap." They're talking about like $10, $12 US for like a Heineken in Singapore. They say. And I was just like,
I'm getting
damn.
fogged up and everything, man. What a wonderful ending.
What a wonderful world, right? So we going KTV after this, or what are we doing?
No, I'm not going KTV.
There we go. Yeah. I know a guy.
I
know a guy who's in the videos, man. I know him.
No, we're not doing no KTV, man. Man, oh man.
So
we got the craft, and
What do
that's
we do?
all. That's all crooked.
So
what's a
Crooked House, Tilted
House?
Shack, yeah,
Crooked
Crooked
Shack?
House, Crooked Shack, yeah. We got the cream ale, the juicy tango, both from Tilted Shack. We got it.
The cream ale's been good.
Cream ale's been good to us,
Been
right?
really good.
We'll keep
And you
going
know
on.
what? It
It's nice.
pairs really good with the
take
wings,
it.
bro.
So coming from the man himself, cream ale and spicy wings. You got to get them at
I
Eddy's
mean, you
Cantina.
can do the IPA. I think the IPA
Sure.
is a little bitter, and it kind of
Yeah,
takes
sure,
away
sure.
from the taste.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I've got all the taste equally
Okay.
from every wing, and it was
Beautiful.
like the wings. There was the wings, and there was the beer. The
Okay.
wings were
And
the
then
star.
beer. Yeah. Okay.
The wings were the star, man.
I'll take it.
Really good.
Right on,
And
brother.
the beer just kind of helped it.
Beer was
just
nice.
kinda
Beer was
helped
nice,
it come
yeah.
along, man. It was really good.
So we can probably call it now, but do you have anything you want to say to any up-and-coming musicians? They want to be where Wu Bai and China Blue is
Yeah,
now.
that ain't gonna happen. You're never gonna get to where I was.
Oh, shit. Okay, perfect.
You ain't gonna get there.
You're not getting there. Sorry.
You know what? You can go. You can do better because
Okay.
I never knew it was going to happen, and here I am after 30 years, And I've been blessed, man. God bless Taiwan. God bless you.
God bless Taiwan.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
God
Thank
bless
you for coming.
And everybody, I hope everybody stays safe from the COVID and we can eventually go back to normal. Okay?
Yes. Thank you guys for checking out the show. I mean, I don't have any links for you to check out because this is Dino. This is Wu Bai China Blue. Go watch him live. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the man, Dino Zavolta. Thanks for coming, brother.
Peace,
Thank you guys for watching
Peace.
the show. We'll catch you guys next week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.